What is up, everyone? C'est Drizzt. J'ai un autre commentaire en français. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna speak in French. I'll keep this English. I'll keep it an English-only commentary right now. But today I'll be covering the L85A2, which is my favorite long-distance assault rifle in Battlefield Play4Free. The L85A2 has shown up in Battlefield 2, Battlefield 3, and also Battlefield Play4Free, obviously. In Battlefield Play4Free, the L85A2 is listed as the marksman's choice for the assault class, and it's definitely earned that description quite well. It definitely fits it, I think, at least. The L85A2 has some of the highest damage of any of the assault rifles. For close range, it goes from 28 to 30 for body shots. For medium range, it goes from 25 to 27 damage. And at long range, it goes from 21 to 25 damage. The long range damage is the highest out of any of the assault rifles in Battlefield Play4Free to date. And I have to say, being as someone who likes the assault class a lot, it is very nice seeing that none of the damage I deal to my enemies will go below 20 damage. Another highlight I have about the L85A2 is the recoil, which is little to none, and it goes to the upper right just a little bit. I have tried putting an M145 as a scope on this, just to see how much the recoil seems to increase, just because of, the increased magnification. When I stick a Nemesis stock on there, it has about the same recoil as if I had iron sights and no Nemesis stock. That's just a kind of a guideline if you want to put an M145, which I highly suggest as an iron sight sight for this gun. Another thing that the L85A2 boasts is the firing deviation, or accuracy in other words, which is very, very precise. Personally, I find it's one of the most precise of the assault rifles when I fire it. Again, making it one more characteristics which clearly marks it as the marksman's rifle. The L85A2 has a pretty reasonable amount of bullets in it, starting off with 24 bullets per magazine, and as with most other assault rifles, 3 magazines total, making 72 in all. Because of its high damage, I've noticed some people actually prefer casket mags, which just increase that ammo count per magazine even more. And since it's an assault rifle, you really don't need any extra clips because you have the unlimited ammo supplied by, your ammo packs. Another defining feature that makes it a very precise gun is the actual firing projectile velocity, which is the fastest out of all of the assault rifles at 675 compared to most, which are around 550. This high projectile velocity makes it pretty reasonable that you can jump around corners and fire your gun without having the bullets swerve way off to the side. You can count on them hitting your target if you're, aiming in the right place, of course. But they will hit if you try to jump around a corner. In higher definition, the L85A2 actually has some nice blue Dayglow iron sights with 2 little blue dots just to the left and to the right of the actual part where you aim for shooting. For the actual iron sight itself, as Shot Redux puts it, it kind of looks like a pitchfork. I'd say it looks kind of like a trident, but, you know, pitchfork and trident aren't so different, except one's for a farmer and one's for a mermaid, merman, whatever you want to call those things. Another awkward thing I am noticing about the gun is whenever I reload it, it completely blocks off the left side of my screen. Unlike any of the other guns, it does have a pretty cool reload, but it also blocks your vision if you are in need of being able to see everywhere. It depends, of course, upon the person. Some people don't need that as much. Also, on the topic of reloads, the L85A2 has the second slowest reload time for any of the assault rifles, so you better watch out when doing that because it takes about 4.8 seconds. Otherwise, you will be caught. That's kind of characteristic of any long-distance rifle, though, I've noticed throughout most games. So that's a fair trade-off for its good long-distance capabilities. Something that I forgot to mention earlier is that the L85A2 is a bullpup rifle. Even though the recoil isn't that much, I've noticed the hipfire accuracy is kind of strange. I really don't like hip-firing it that much, and the actual recoil when hip-firing the L85A2 can be quite, it can shift quite a bit to the right and up a little bit. So I don't suggest that, though it is possible to hip-fire the L85A2. Also, another thing to note is that the L85A2 has the slowest rate of fire of all of the assault rifles. So that's also very important to take note of when you are stuck in those close range situations against, say, engineers or even medics with some sort of fast firing machine gun. As you can see from all the specifications I've told you about the L85A2, I recommend this gun for the more laid back assault player and not the one who tries to rush into the middle of a crowd. I'm not referring this to the game mode rush though, because it is quite a useful tool in that game mode. Actually one of my favorites for that. Alrighty, that's all I got for now. I hope you enjoy this gameplay commentary. Just give me more suggestions and I will try to make more videos on them. See you all next time.